All right, boys and girls. So I got my inspection done. Just going to give you a shot here of what's going on at the yard. Got some vehicles coming around here. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I want to jump on the scale over here and get an empty weight, because when you get over to Davis Rubber, their scale is not the easiest to get on and off of. So I'm going to go ahead and get my empty weight here, and then all I have to do is get my loaded weight when I'm over there. Probably a lot of drivers coming back out today, or maybe earlier this week, to get started after the holidays. Time to get back to work. Alright, so let's see, hopefully this scale is working. I don't know if it is. There's no display anyway. Huh. Well, okay. Guess we'll have to go around to one of the ones on the back. I gotta adjust my mirror over here. All right. I'm just giving you a look. Okay. There's the back side of the truck wash. You can see there's, as usual, many trucks in line. They're probably, I don't even think they're open yet. It's just now 7:28. I think they open at 7:30. So you can see there's, see if I can count them. 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7 trucks in line. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to drag out so long. I'll pick this up later. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got my windshield replaced a couple of days ago. So for your viewing pleasure, you've got a cleaner windshield, at least for now. Probably won't last long, but you know, I had like 6 or 7 little rock chips that were just going to get worse. And we've got a local windshield replacement outfit that comes to the yard here, and pretty good prices. It cost me, if you're interested, it cost me $380. They come out here to the yard, take the old one out, put the new one in. It takes about an hour, and then you have to let it sit for a couple of hours for the glue to dry. And then I went over to the shop and had them reattach my camera, and I put my pre-pass up in a different spot because I didn't like where it was. So yeah, that was one of the things I was trying to remember earlier that I got done. All right, so what I'm trying to do here, you can see I'm on the back side of the yard. I'm trying to get on this little scale over here, and I'll write down my empty weight, and then we'll circle back around and go out the back gate, which is up there straight ahead. I'm under half a tank of fuel, so I'll weigh under 32,000, I'm sure. I'll get fuel sometime today. Alright, let's hop up here and get an empty weight. Alright, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says 31,840. So I'm going to write that down, 31,840. We'll have that part done. Alright, let's get off of here. This is the scale they use, like if you're doing a local load, barge work. That's where you get your weights, right there at that scale. Alright, I'm just giving you a look of the yard. I know some of you guys that see this all the time will have no interest in this, but if you're thinking about coming to Oakley, you're probably curious about what kind of yard we have. You can see they got a bunch of extra trailers parked over here. It's loaded up right now. Of course, some of these may be guys that have dropped their trailer and drove their truck home for the holidays. All right, well, that's a look of things. We'll go out the back gate here, which I've showed you before, but this will spit you out on Highway 165. And we'll go out and hit 440 over towards the Little Rock Airport, just a few miles away. You gotta announce your exit and entry whenever you're using this gate. Oakley coming out the back. Coming out the back, Oakley. Because as you can see, there's not enough room for two exiting and an entering truck to fit through this little lane here. Alright guys, let's go get a load. Okay everybody, so we're approaching the turn here to my shipper here in Little Rock. We're over here just on the west side of the Little Rock Airport. I've filmed from here many times before, so this won't be anything new. This is East 14th Street. Now usually we get loaded back along the warehouse there in the back, but sometimes they'll load us out front here. You just never know. It's usually pretty messy around here, so and today is no exception. I'm gonna pull up here and see if I can find somebody to talk to. Let them know I'm here and where I'm going. And we'll start with that. But usually, where we're picking up is gonna be back there to the left alongside that gray warehouse you see. But for now, let me just try to find somebody and check in. Okay guys, you probably couldn't see it when I first pulled in here, but there was already two Oakley trucks in front of me, one getting loaded and one waiting in this spot like I am now. I just wanted to show you how the layout is here. So I came in from out there. You can see that red Oakley truck back there getting loaded now, and there's a couple of other Oakley trucks that have pulled in and are waiting. You can see the loader there right now dumping in. So yeah, luckily they've cleared out this area here pretty well. Normally it's pretty tight in here, kind of hard to maneuver, but they've got it cleaned out pretty good right now. Now, sometimes when I pick up loads here, I do not remove my bows, but I did today because, well, I've got time. There was a couple of trucks in front of me, so I had plenty of time for one thing, but you can see I've got him stretched out on this side because he's going to load from the tarp side of the trailer, which is not ideal, but that's just how it's set up here. So he'll load from over here. So I've got my bows set up on this side. Now you don't have to do that, but I've found that he can just load it a little better and easier with the bows out. And chances are you're going to have to climb up in there anyway, because the product's going to be sitting up above the bows. You're probably going to have to climb up there anyway and kick some product around to get the product down below the bows. At least I usually do. So it's just about as easy to climb up there and just put the bows back in, and that way the load, he's able to get the load in the trailer easier, packed in a little better. But that's what we're doing. When this guy pulls out, I'll back down there and it'll be my turn to get loaded. All right guys, so as you can see, there's another Oakley truck parked up there where I was before when I was filming, and I've backed down into here in the loading spot. Loader's already given me my paperwork. Dumping in the first bucket, starting in the front. So I've shown you this many times before, but we're getting tire shred, not tire chips, bigger pieces. There's the pile right there. I'll show you this. Yeah, they're busy today. There's been already, he said I'm the fourth Oakley truck he's loaded today, and there's at least 3 back there waiting now. So busy day here, getting tire shred. All right. So this won't be a problem today, but I have picked this stuff up before. Sometimes it's real wet, especially down at the bottom of the pile, and then when he dumps it in there, if it's super cold, you might have a problem with this stuff sticking to the trailer in spots. I have seen that one time, and I've helped another driver kind of shovel some out that was really frozen, a lot worse than my load when we were delivering. So just mentioning that, this time of year, that's always a concern. But today, I'll be getting this delivered in about 4 hours or so. I'm only going about 3.5 hours up the road. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay folks, we are arriving here in what they call Armorel, Arkansas. Your GPS will, at least my GPS does not recognize Armorel, Arkansas though. You have to put in Blythe. Anyway, you can see there's a bunch of flatbeds over here to the right. That's the waiting line for flatbed loading. They get a lot of steel beams from over here. I I used to pick up there occasionally as a Maverick flatbedder. But we're going to be going up here a little further and going out to the scrap yard to deliver some tire shred. My dispatcher had sent me an order picking up in Annapolis, Missouri. Pickup time at 3 p.m. It's 12:30 now. And I called and told him, I was like, you know, I'm not going to be able to make that. He goes, yeah, I'll probably have to take that away and give you something else. Which he did. Still going there, but now my pickup time is like 9 p.m. Going down to Ennis, Texas. Alright, so here is our turn in. I can already see there's a couple of Oakley trucks sitting over here, probably already delivered. We're gonna scale in on the right, and then when we come out, we'll scale out there on the left side. You get on the scale, and then it'll hop into this little office. He'll check our paperwork, and then he'll have us pull up to an area there to the left, park and wait for an escort. So I got to grab my hard hat real quick and get checked in. Okay, got checked in. She told me to pull up here to the left, wait for an escort, like I mentioned. You know, they don't let you drive around out here in the scrapyard on your own. They have somebody escort you in and out, kind of keep an eye on you. Because they've got a lot of big vehicles driving around out there. Anyway, giving you a shot. So what I'm gonna do is just pull over here to the left in this gravel area. Go ahead and roll my tarp off, get my mud flaps hung out of the way, and wait for my escort. I've filmed this many times before, so I won't film the whole thing going back there, but the escort's going to take us straight back, or straight in front of where the way we're heading, over the levee and into the scrapyard. And I'll try to show you some back there if I can. Okay, that worked out really good. I got my tarp rolled off, mud flaps hung up, turnbuckles undone, and there's my escort. Worked out perfectly. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing, just going to kind of show you how the escorting service works. It's a pretty decent little drive back here. Here's the graveyard. This graveyard always kind of strikes me as odd because it's just here right in the middle of this steel plant. A few old trees, and looks like about 25 headstones out there. That's probably not what they had in mind when they buried those folks there. Anyway, I think I was saying, yeah, they sent me an order picking up in Annapolis, Missouri, going down to Ennis, Texas for 3 p.m., but I can't make that, so he took it away, gave me another appointment picking up in Annapolis and going to Ennis, Texas for 9 p.m. And I haven't looked at it yet, but usually if it's that late, it's a product they call fines, which is not really roofing granules, but the material that kind of maybe goes on the back side of the roofing shingles or something like that. I've picked them up once before, and they loaded us, I don't know, like, yeah, 8 or 9 o'clock. It was definitely later, so we'll have to see how that goes. Definitely going to make my clock kind of weird. We'll see how that goes. And I'm going to go, probably after I make this delivery, I'm going to go about I don't know, 4 or 5 miles from here, there's a truck wash right off the freeway. I'm gonna go, and since I'm picking up a roofing material, they're kind of picky about having your trailer super clean on that. So I'll probably go back out and get a truck wash. I need to get fuel at that exit anyway, so I'll try to knock that out. And then it's probably 2 hours. I don't know, I hadn't checked it yet. Probably 2.5 hours from here to Annapolis, maybe more, I'm not sure. So that's kind of what we have after this. All right, more later. Okay, so we've made it back here. I can see the dump area up ahead to the right. I had another Oakley driver that was coming in this morning when we were picking up these loads. He was coming in after me, and he said he delivered here one day last week and there was hardly any product here. So there's some product here now, but that's a really small pile from, you know, compared to what it's normally like. So maybe with the holidays and all, they kind of got real low, and there sure is a lot of trucks bringing tire shred here today, I can tell you that. And I can see where, you know, it looks like there's been at least a couple of trucks that have recently dumped over here. Hopefully, it's always challenging to find a nice smooth spot to back up to. That's the hard thing, because anyway, what we'll do here is my escort will just bring me around the pile and then just find a place to back up and start dumping. It looks really muddy, so oh gosh. Yeah, some of those areas right here, I don't want to back into that. I'll get stuck. So I think I'm gonna go over here, try to go in on the right side over here if I can.